What's up, YouTube gang? It's your girl Adrika, and I am back at it with another video. So as y'all can see from the background, it's not a vlog. It's not a vlog. We in this biz, so y'all already know what I'm coming with. A story time. This story time is gonna be how my bestie turned snake. If y'all see me looking down, I'm looking at my iPad because I have notes and screenshots and stuff to kind of just go off. Let's just get into it. So y'all, I had this ex-bestie. Her name was Tay. And let me just give y'all a little snippet on how we met. So I met Tay back in 2021 on TikTok. Yes, I met her on TikTok. But, you know, we conversated, we linked, everything was cool, it was peachy. She didn't live far from me. So I was like, oh, homegirl's a vibe. And we definitely clicked off rip. So that was my girl. But, unfortunately, she did not stay my girl at all. Let's fast forward to 2022 when she decided for her B-Day that she wanted to do a birthday trip. But watch them friends that you ain't been cool with that long and they already invite you on trips and stuff. Be mindful of that. Some people seem cool with them. Them looks is deceiving. So we're fast forwarding to this birthday trip that she started to plan. She decided that she wanted to go to Florida. She wanted to get a rental. And also around this time, she got a new boo. So it was a lot going on. As this trip was coming up, I was a little hesitant. You know, like when you're trying to put your responsibilities first, I ain't really trying to do that. When I tell y'all, Tay had this plan down to the T. We got to talking about the Airbnb, the rental, all that stuff. She was telling us about the Airbnb. The first Airbnb that we picked was OD nice, y'all. I'm talking about super nice. Don't mind me because y'all, these screenshots kind of ain't where they supposed to be at. Bear with me. I started asking her questions about her B-Day trip. This was around June. Her birthday trip was in September. So I was asking, you know, just ask some questions. I mean, like, you know, I got to put my money in this. I got somebody come with me, so they got to make sure all their stuff is in order. I don't know how life is. Let me sit up for this or whatever. So when we first originally planned this trip, the plan was for all of us to ride together in Colombia. Since my friend stayed in Colombia, she stayed in Colombia, and it was just a plan to leave from Colombia. As we originally planned, we all were gonna ride together, and that was gonna be that. But we weren't supposed to leave until that Monday. But tell me why homegirl switched it up because of the boo. I'm gonna blame the boo. As we were planning for this, she originally wanted to rent a Jeep. Not like the Jeep Wrangler, but the Jeep trucks. She was going through the stuff she was dealing with because she wasn't at home. She was in Georgia at the time. I'm gonna insert that link into the description so y'all can check this story time out so y'all can see how hard I was riding for this girl that was not really my girl. Over time, she realized, like, we're still young. We're renting these vehicles, and especially the vehicle you want, babes. It's not gonna be cheap. I'm all for coming to help you celebrate. But I'm not forking all that money, especially when we still got all this extra stuff we're going to do on the trip. I'm not doing that. Once she realized that Jeep was going to be expensive, she changed her mind. No rental, cool, fine and dandy. So that means I'm going to have to drive my car. Really did want to do that. Really ain't want to drive my car. We had already got into it about that. It was just becoming too much for her video trip, honestly. So at one point, we had got into it about the transportation thing. And then I finally just was like, all right, cool, I'll drive my car. I don't got time. Plus, I might want to do something else and not ride with y'all anyway. So I might as well have my own whip just in case I want to go to and from without y'all. I know it's a B-Day trip, but never know what could happen. It's always good to have two whips. After we got into it about that, we kind of just wasn't talking for real. And in the midst of this, she had me meet her boo. Like, girl, we're not even talking for real. I'm kind of annoyed with you. So why do you want me meeting your boo right now? That's just not going to do it. And the boo name was C, because C played a part. And all of the dumbness and all the changes, and I know it was because of them, because if it wasn't for C, the trip probably still would have happened. One day I randomly hit her up and I was like, we still going on this trip, or have you decided to do a boo trip? Just to make sure, like, because I'm not about to do all this, and like, I need to plan accordingly. So after I said, well, we still going, or have you decided on just doing a boo trip, she said, so I would like for y'all to go, but I'm still sticking with the transportation plan I told you. But altogether, I don't want no weird vibes or anything like that because of the new transportation plan. So let me tell you how the transportation plan was. So her new plan was, instead of everybody riding together, her and C were going to already be in Savannah, which only would have put them an hour Like it was only knocking off an hour for them. But they had already had a hotel or something, and 6 people stayed in Savannah. 2. I know you're like, another one in Savannah? Yes, another one in Savannah. So she had decided, she was like, oh, well, we have this room. If y'all want to get to stay down here instead this weekend, we could just do that. So she decided that the weekend before we were supposed to leave, which we was leaving that Monday, she decided she wanted to go stay in Savannah. But this was all last minute. This was last minute. I ain't had no time to prepare for it. So she told me and my friend, sorry, I'm tired. I had a long morning, very much a long morning. So like I said, she had told me and my friend, instead of, you know, us just driving down like we planned on it, we could stay at the hotel they had got since they were going to stay with C's family. Baby, no. I'm not doing that. Because like I said, I have stuff to do at home. I want to see my family before I leave, you know, make sure everything's straight on their side before I leave. Just making sure all my T's are crossed and all my I's are dotted. Bam. So that was a new transportation plan she had came up with, just to put that in there. And I just didn't feel like it made sense because you're only cutting off an hour. Like, just an hour. Baby, that hour ain't gonna kill me. It's not. I mean, granted, the drive was gonna be, what, 7? We're just gonna say, I think Florida's like 8 hours from me. So we're just gonna say Florida's 8 hours away. The new transportation plan had just pissed me off so bad. Like, she was just trying to make it make so much sense. And it was like, no matter how much sense you try to make, it wasn't making sense. The math was not mathing. So she was like, even though such and such, one of her other friends was going, because it was going to be me, my friend, her, C, and then 2 other people. One girl was named Nick. She was like, even though Nick is flying, I even asked him about it, and she said she agreed even though she doesn't live here. Like I said before, this is only a small change. Nothing else is changing. Baby, that's not a small change. I mean, granted, it was a small change. Stuff is already set in stone. Don't be making all these changes, please. So this is the first time we got into it. So I had to explain to her why I felt like it just didn't make sense. Like I said, this was last minute. So I kind of had to speak my mind on this because, babes, I'm not doing this. And I don't care about nobody's opinion. They're not me and they're not my friend. They don't have what we have going on. So I really don't care about their opinion. I don't. This change was brought up the moment the plan changed. She mentioned it, but I know it was the booze part. So y'all, she was pissed at me because she was like, this is not such and such a trip, this is not that. I wasn't finna, and I got on her about the rental too. She was like, I wasn't finna fork out all this money or have y'all do it for a rental, babes. Cool. I didn't really want to, no way. Let's fast forward to the next change that happened. So the next change, as we're getting closer and closer to this trip, she had already sent an itinerary, the prices and everything like that. So we paid our first house. The first house was $52. I even paid her $52, and then my friend paid their $52. So we only made it through the first half of paying for the trip. I know it sounds like, girl, why you just ain't doing what your friend want to do? I'm all for supporting my friend every day, but listen, if you're my friend, become my friend, ever be my friend. One thing about me, I'm gonna tell you how I feel. It ain't gonna be to disrespect you, nothing like that. It's just speaking my side on it, rather than talking about you. I'm gonna say it to you or whatever. So I told her, like, just straight up, y'all. I told her, I was like, I feel like this boo is making all the decisions. I do understand it's your trip. She even tried to pick me up from my friend crib. No, babes, we're not doing that. It was what it was. Back to my notes. So that's just telling y'all what happened with that. So let's keep in mind, I did mention the Savannah thing that went on. So originally, earlier in the year, she was talking cricket glasses. If y'all remember cricket glasses from my story time. Cricket glasses stayed in Savannah, and that's where she moved to, and she decided to go stay with them. Bad decision. Never go live with your partner. Always have your own shit. Always have your own. And in this time, she was switching between boos or whatever. That's it. That's all. With this trip, as the trip got closer, sorry if I'm talking down into my iPad. I'm trying to make sure I'm hitting my points, whatever. But as her trip was getting closer, we got into it again. After I agree, you know, I said I was coming. It is what it is. That's my bestie, so I'm gonna be here for my girl. As the time fast forwarded, we got back into it because 2 weeks, y'all. 2 weeks before we were supposed to go to Florida, this girl changes the Airbnb. Why would you change the Airbnb 2 weeks before? Mind y'all, the first Airbnb was lovely, loved it. I was rocking with it. I was ready to have a blast. Ready. Why she changed it to somebody's, I don't know what kind of house it was again. Like, I can't remember if it was a trailer or what, but the second one didn't look near as good as the first one did. The second Airbnb, she decided to just put our money on that no one agreed to. This looked like somebody's house that they decided to go on a family trip for a week and just decided to rent their house out real quick to make some quick money back for their trip or however, whatever they were doing with it. That's what it looked like to me. And I was just like, I'm not staying here. Like, if you know me, call me bougie. I don't care. I'm not staying in no mess. If it don't look good, I'm not saying I gotta have the house. Anyway, like I said, I ain't staying over if it ain't giving what it's supposed to give. When she showed me the second Airbnb, I was like, okay, I could be quiet or I could speak my mind because, hey, I gotta pay my money just like anybody else going on this trip, and so does my friend. Which I showed my friend, they didn't like it either. She just thought it was good because it's all she get at the moment. I don't know. I feel like deep down, y'all, I feel like she did something else with that money that was sent for our first half of the Airbnb. I really do when I sit back and think on it. Because why would you go from that Airbnb to this little right here? I think, granted, she did say something happened with the first one, which I respect that. But if you're gonna have to change Airbnb, send it to the group so we can all agree on this to say, no, we're not doing that. She didn't do that. So when I seen the second Airbnb, y'all, I told her I was not crazy about it. I was just upfront, honest. Wasn't no need to sugarcoat it and play like I liked it. I'm not about to be uncomfortable for days for you. I'm not doing it. So when I told this girl I was not crazy about that Airbnb, she was mad. She was pissed. I didn't care. We got into it like ODBS. So she was speaking out, like when I say all the secret animosity came out, she was hitting everything she could think of to say to me and tell me. When all of this should have been said before then. So eventually, after this conversation, when we was constantly getting into it, she blocked me, y'all. She blocked me. When I say she blocked me, she definitely blocked me. After all that, so she blocked me on Twitter or whatever. No, that whole issue with this trip was the money. Like, it was really the money situation. Hers wasn't exactly how she wanted it or whatever. That's what that was when it came to that. The secret animosity, later came out that she was kind of salty about some things where, like, my friend stayed in Colombia, so I would be out there hanging with them, doing other stuff. Mind you, she had my location, so if she ever wanted to hang with me, all she had to do is hit me up, because you know where I'm at. You see I'm in your town, just hit me up. I'm the type, if my friends want to link, hey, let's link. I can hang with these people later. Like, I'll hang with you for a bit, you know, then go back to them. Because why not if I'm in your city? If I'm in your city, I'm in your city. Hit me up, let's link. But she didn't do that. After she blocked me, and obviously y'all see the trip got canceled after this, because who's going on the trip? Where's the trip? Where's we going? Trip canceled. I paid her first. I had to go ahead so she could go in and book Airbnb that she had never booked in the first place. I was like, if it booked, it was booked. It never would still be on this site, and I wouldn't be looking at it to be able to book for them same dates. But it was. Y'all, tell me about homegirl. After she blocked me, she knew to block me and unshare her location because she knew what was up after that. Because you want to be slick. You want to be hard, so I'm about to show you hard. Keep that location shared for me real quick. I'm about to pull up. Don't even worry about it. I ain't pull up, y'all. I ain't pull up. Did I forget the situation? I don't know. I wanted to get it though. I'm okay though. It is what it is now. So she basically ran off after the trip was canceled. She basically ran off with me and my friend money. Y'all, why she blocked my friend by association? I'm sorry, friend. I'm sorry you got blocked too. But that's what that was. And from there, y'all, we stopped talking. I was asking about the refund because, like, are you going to get my money back? One day I was at work, so I had hit her up, just, you know, asking about money, like, hey, are you gonna send the money back? Like, what's up? What we doing? She told me the money would be refunded back in 10 days. I'm like, okay, cool. When that comes, she'll send me my money back, and I'll send gang their money back. Now, just be that, we'll deal the situation. Do y'all think that's what happened? Do you really think that's what happened? It's crazy how we think things are gonna work out and they never do. Oh well though. 10 days later became a month. And after a month, one day running at work, cause I hit her and I was like, hey, are you gonna send the money back? Yes, no, maybe so, what's up? She was like, such and such can get their half, basically, but she was basically saying that I didn't need my half back. Who? I don't know how much your money was, baby girl. Run me that. Back. Run me it back. Long story short, y'all, she never planned on sending it back. I forgot what I said to her, but I said something to be petty to piss her off. And then that's when she was like, the money is sitting on her cash out. If this money is sitting on your cash out, like I told you before, I felt like she never actually paid for it. She indeed never paid for it. Just want that money. But the money was just sitting. She's on swim. After I said what I said, I was reckless to her. I did it because I wanted to be petty. I wanted to piss her off. That's what I did. And she was like, actually, the money is sitting on my cash app, but y'all definitely want me getting it back now. Then she was like, thanks for the birthday gift. And I was just like, girl, okay, cool. You can have it. Clearly, you needed more since you've been holding on to this money for a month that we could have got back and been done with. I could have blocked you, been over and done with it. But she didn't do that. So, lo and behold, y'all, she ran off with me and my friend money. She ran off with me and my friend's money. That's pretty much how the friendship ended. About that, I really could have took it there, but I never did. I didn't take it there. So this all happened in August. So by August, all that was over and done with. September is when I hit her up, basically trying to see was we getting the money back a month later. But all the issues with the trip and getting blocked and all that happened in August. So fast forward, I ain't heard from her, she ain't heard from me, we ain't saying nothing. Why she start making TikToks about me in October, November?
If anybody ain't tell you, I'ma tell you. Female Capricorns as friends, never again. Them bitches is grimy as fuck. Grimy as fuck. And are victimizers. They always play like they the victim. And don't ever see they side of shit.
What are you talking about? Why is you on here lying? Why is you on here lying, trying to make me look I'm just this bad friend? Baby, I'm far from a bad friend. I know that. I will always be a good friend. Don't care what nobody say. So she posted 2 TikToks, y'all. And I was like, why are we still talking about some stuff that happened months ago? Like, why am I still a topic of discussion? Like, you did me wrong. You did me wrong. So what's the issue? That's pretty much how we fell out. And how I feel about the situation is, it hurt. It hurt. Because I really thought she was my girl. Like, I really thought we was locked in. That was a game for L. That was my if you do it, I do it. She indeed was not that. So, y'all, my opinion, homegirl just needed to grow up and realize some things. Situation didn't have to go out with. If she would have sent my money back, we could have did that. We just left it alone. I would have never talked to her again, basically. But overall, I think the situation was stupid. It was dumb. I really feel like you should be mindful of who you call your friends. But overall, y'all, in my opinion, the friendship did not have to end how it had to be. We could have simply talked about that situation, you know, just between me and her, got everything we need to say out, even the secret animosity. She could have told me that stuff and really said how she felt, and I would have respected it regardless if it was good or bad, because we all are entitled to feeling how we feel. But she didn't do that, so unfortunately, we fell out. We really could have had a good conversation, talked that out, and we could have still been locked in if she would have sent my buddy back too. But she didn't want to send my money back. I feel like to this day, I will say I do feel like that affects like how I do like friendships now or trusting people. Cause like now, honestly, if you want to be technical, I feel like everybody's a setup. Like, I feel like you gon' do me dirty. I ain't got time. I definitely have friend trauma. I have friend trauma. But unfortunately, that's the story time. So, hope y'all enjoyed the story time. Thank you for listening. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Tap in. Tap in with your girl. Leave comments. Let me know what y'all thought about the story time. Let me know if y'all want me to do more story times. Or just in general, let me know what y'all want to see from me. Let me know. Thanks for watching story time. Get it right with your girl. Because this channel's going to go up. It's going up. When? Don't even matter, but it's going to go up.